Hi, Laura again. So when I went to put the phone back into the tripod in the midst of the previous video for the piecing of the batting, I accidentally stopped the video. So anyway, I think that might work out better because when I rewatched it, it was really hard to see what I was doing. So I'm going to show you what the end result looks like, and then I'm going to try to do some stitching for you. So this is partway through. If you can see the stitches, they're really wide. The key, the big key is to just go slow so that you don't get puckers. And I've got some glare here. I don't know if I can get this, turn this back on, but you'll at least be able to see how slow I go. And you can see how wide the stitch is. And so I just keep feeding this where they meet through the center of the foot and just go slow. You don't get puckers. And if you do get a slight pucker, that isn't a huge deal. If it's cotton batting like this is, and if it's not, you can probably put a towel over it, but I mostly use cotton batting. I do use poly sometimes, but you can just take it to the ironing board and give it a press, and if it's just a slight pucker, it will press out, so you won't have any lumps or bumps. The whole thing is you just don't want lumps and bumps in your quilt. So if it does pucker, and I've had that happen before, I just tear it out and do it over, and then it's usually fine. Either I got going too fast or whatever. So I encourage you to give it a try. Batting is batting. It's kind of like fabric. I mean, what you spend per yard is what you spend per yard, and scraps of fabric are just as valuable as, to me, as the original fabric. And same with batting. You paid as much for the leftovers as you did for the pieces, and big pieces like this can easily be pieced together for a wall hanging or a table runner. I've even pieced in both directions, where I've had a long piece and it wasn't long enough for a table runner, so then I pieced another piece across the bottom, and it really works just fine, especially for smaller stuff that's not going to get used and abused like a quilt would. But again, I've pieced it in quilts too. You know, you're stitching it together, plus with all the quilting, it's going to hold. So there you go. That's how I piece batting. Hopefully this helps. And be sure to check out the first part of the video, video number 1, to see the lead in to how I prepared the batting.